Welcome everyone to this afternoon's entertainment. We are lucky to have Chris Eckert, guitarist, here with us. He has been playing for 48 years, doing 100 shows a year at least. He's going to tell you a little bit more about himself, and I hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy some great entertainment this afternoon. Let's give Chris a hand.
Well, thanks everybody. How's everybody doing out there today? You guys all good? We survived the heat wave and the cold wave that came after it. I didn't know which way to go. Turn the heat on, turn the air conditioning on, and just went back and forth. So it was about 56 last night at my house. I'm from Wellsboro, Pennsylvania. Anybody know where Wellsboro is? Wellsboro is way, way up there. Beautiful town. We're about 3.5 hours from here, just pretty much on the New York State border, or a little bit south of that. But it's a beautiful town. I always say Wellsboro is like Mayberry, because it has the main street, and you know all the cops in town, and you know all the people in town. And when you see them on the sidewalk, they actually say hello to you, whether they know you or not. It doesn't matter. So it's just a great place to be. My wife and I moved up there from the Poconos about 5 years ago, and we'd never come back. We love it up there. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. So, but I'm here. Well, I was telling some of the people that I have a show tomorrow, also in the Poconos. I'm playing the West End Car Show at the West End Fairgrounds tomorrow. So it works out good that I come down here and I can see all you nice people, and then I go up and see the people in the West End, and then I head home after that. So. But it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. And we have any Johnny Cash fans out there? All right. Well, we're going to start off with some Johnny Cash. I hear the train come. It's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train, it keeps rolling on down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Well, I bet there's rich folks eat from a fancy dining car. Well, they're probably drinking coffee, smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep moving, and that's what tortures me. You remember when Johnny Cash used to play his guitar like this? I never knew why he did, but he was Johnny Cash, so he could do pretty much anything he wanted, I guess. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I'd bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, it really is a pleasure to be here, and such a great audience here. This is great. This is like a sold-out show. I love it. It's good. I actually opened for a Johnny Cash tribute artist a couple of weeks ago up in Addison, New York, which is up in New York State. And really nice venue, big stage and everything else, and unfortunately it looked like it was going to rain all night. So they only sold about 60 tickets out of 300 or 400 that they had available. So we both played our songs to pretty much just a few faces here and there and everything. It was a little disappointing, but I'll tell you what, the guy that did Johnny Cash, he could have been Johnny Cash reincarnated. It's just unbelievable how good he was and how much he seemed like Johnny Cash. Really nice guy. Comes in from Ohio, and he pulled in on his big bus and invited me on the bus. He said, you know, we'll sit down and have a couple drinks. Not alcoholic, of course, but just a couple Pepsis. But really nice guy. Really good guy. My phone is going off. Let me just lower the volume here. I always forget to do this. And my wife yells at me. She gets mad at me when I don't lower the volume. I can't remember everything. Usually I can't remember much of anything. That's the sad part. But here's a song that was done by Conway Twitty, one of my favorites. Hello, darling. It's nice to see you. It's been a long time. You're just as lovely as you used to be. How's your new love? Are you happy? Hope you're doing fine. Just to know it means so much to me. What's that, darling? How am I doing? I'm doing alright, except I can't sleep and I cry all night till dawn. What I'm trying to say is I love you and I miss you, and I'm so sorry that I did you wrong. Look up, darling, let me kiss you, just for old time's sake. Let me hold you in my arms one more time. Thank you, darling. May God bless you. And each step you take bring you closer to the things you seek to find. Goodbye, darling. I gotta go now. Gotta try to find a way to lose these memories of a love so warm and true. And if you should ever find it in your heart to forgive me, come back, darling, I'll be waiting for you. Hello, darling. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. So anyway, like we were saying, I've been doing this for 48 years. I started when I was 17 years old. I was in a band for about 20 years. And we played mostly weddings and banquets and things like that. And then it kind of got old, I guess, with the members of the band. And there was egos and all that kind of fun stuff that always happens in bands. And we kind of broke up. And then I've been doing a solo act since then. At one point, I did sing with a girl. Her name was Lee Polari. She's still around, of course. But we did that for 7 years. We did a duo. We did a lot of the old country, Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn things, and George Jones and Tammy Wynette and everything else. And we opened for Ronnie McDowell. Anybody know who Ronnie McDowell is? Good country singer. And who just, unfortunately, just had a stroke last week, believe it or not. He was on stage and he felt sick, and they took him to the hospital. And it turned out he had a minor stroke. He's got blocked carotid arteries. so he's going to have surgery for that. But anyway, we opened for him, and he came in late. His band got there early, and they were there for our show. And then he got there just before his show. He pulled up in his bus. And I introduced Lee to him and everything, because I was also emceeing the entertainment there. And Lee is a big fan of his. So I said, you know, you missed a good show. We put on a really good show and had a good time and everything. So he goes on stage. He did about 2 or 3 songs, and he says, now, with the southern accent, he says, now, I missed the opening act, these 2 people right here. And he says, I understand that this girl right here can sing. So he says, why don't you come up, darling? He says, sang a song with us. So she got up on stage and she did Crazy. Knocked it out of the park, did a really good job. So after the show was over, he said to her, he says, you all come down to Nashville. He says, I have work for you. He says, I have a studio and you can do, you know, demos and things like that. So she actually sold her house. She lived in the Poconos. She lived in Saylorsburg. She sold her house. They bought a 5th wheel, her and her husband, and they moved down to Nashville. And she actually cut a single with him a couple of years ago, and it didn't go anyplace, unfortunately, because unfortunately the older acts, Nashville doesn't want to hear about the older acts anymore. They want all the young kids and everything else. But she did a single with him and everything, and then it turns out her husband is a bus driver and drives bus for certain stars, different people and everything. He wound up driving a bus for John Berry. Now, if you know John Berry, I'm going to do one of his songs later on too. John Berry's another country star, and Nino, her husband, gave John one of her CDs to listen to, and he says, "Oh, we should cut a song together." So she recorded a song with John Berry too, a song that was done by Winona originally with John, and I think she actually did a better job with it. But then John played a show up in Mansfield, Pennsylvania, which is close to where I live, and I opened for John for his show 2 years ago on the 4th of July. And I said, John, I said, you know, we have a duet partner in common. He looked at me like I had 3 heads, and he says, who? And I said, Lee Pilar. You know Lee Pilar? I said, yeah. I said, we sang together for 7 years until she left me for the Bright Lights of Nashville. So anyway, we're texting and sending selfies of ourselves down to Lee, and it was just a lot of fun. But John's a nice guy too. But unfortunately, Nashville is filled with young people and a dime a dozen people, and they don't want the older people like us, because people have said, why don't you go down to Nashville? I said, they don't want people like me. They want 18, 19-year-old kids, you know. So I'm happy doing this. I spoke too long probably already. Now, I heard you said you wanted to hear the river. Well, another quick story. I played the Tioga County Fair, which is my home county now up there, Tioga. And 35 years ago, Garth Brooks played the Tioga County Fair, just when he was on the cusp of making it big. And they had him on a flatbed trailer. At that time, that's all they had for a stage. And from what I understand, he actually tried to get out of the contract to play it because he was offended that he had to play on that stage, that it wasn't big enough for him and everything else. And the secretary of the fair called him up and said, Mr. Garth Brooks, if you don't come, we're going to sue you. You have a signed contract, and you're going to play the show. Well, he played the show, but from what I understand, he complained about it for years afterwards. But I actually played a show up there the same night that he played it, 30 years after he played it. So I told everybody I didn't care what stage I played on. I was just happy to play. So, but here's The River by Garth Brooks. Your dream's like a river, ever changing as it flows, and a dreamer's just a vessel that must follow where it goes, trying to learn from what's behind you, never knowing what's in store. Each day across the battle, just to stay between the shore. And I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. But these waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Too many times we stand aside and let the water slip away, till we put off till tomorrow has now become today. So don't you sit upon the shoreline and say you're satisfied. Choose to chance the rapids and dare to dance the tide. Yes, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. But these waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. There's bound to be rough water, and I know a taste of falls, but with the good Lord as my captain, I can make them through them all. Yes, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Yes, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Till the river runs dry. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I'll do some more Garth in a little while too. Might as well. Here's something from George Strait. And you know the dance floor is always open here. I don't want to be the kind that hesitates, be too shy, wait too late. I don't care what they say other lovers do, I just want to dance with you. I got a feeling that you have a heart like mine, so let it show, let it shine. If we have a chance to make one heart of two, I just want to dance with you. I want to dance with you, twirl you all around the floor. That's what they intended dancing for. I just want to dance with you. I want to dance with you, hold you in my arms once more. That's what they invented dancing for. I just want to dance with you. I caught you looking at me when I looked at you. Yes, I did. Now ain't that true? You won't be embarrassed by the things I do. I just want to dance with you. Oh, the boys are playing softly and the girls are too. And so am I, and so are you. If this was a movie, we'd be right on cue. I just want to dance with you. I want to dance with you, twirl you all around the floor. That's what they intended dancing for. I want to dance with you, hold you in my arms once more. That's what they invented dancing for. I just want to dance with you. How about we give a nice hand for our dancers back there? Oh, I didn't mean to embarrass you. You guys are doing great. I love it. I want to dance with you, twirl you all around the floor. That's what they invented dancing for. I just want to dance with you. I want to dance with you, hold you in my arms once more. That's what they intended dancing for. I just want to dance with you. 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 Thank you. Isn't that a fun song? I love singing that song. It's just so much fun. It really is. Oh, there's so many. That's one of my big problems. I have so many songs that I want to sing, that I do sing, but I can't sing them all at one time because I'm always limited by time. That's the biggest problem I have, because I love to sing. There's no doubt about that. Well, now I played a show up in Potter County. I've been to know where Potter County is. That's way up too. And I did a classic country show, and on the way home, my wife Sue. We've been married 44 years, and she comes with me to a lot of my shows, not all of my shows, but if we're on the road, if we're close to home or we're on the road, we take the camper out and we stay in the camper while we're on the road. But she came to the Potter County show, and we were driving home, and she's actually my merchandise manager. She sells my CDs and my T-shirts and everything else. So I'm on my way home, and for some reason it just hit me, and I said, did I do a George Jones song tonight? And she says, I don't think you did. So by the time I got home, I looked at my set list, and sure enough, I didn't have a George Jones song on. So that was like a mortal sin that I committed by doing a classic country show without doing a George Jones song. So I've been making up to George ever since. So here's one from George. He said, I love you till I die. She told him you forget in time. As the years went slowly by, she still preyed upon his mind. He kept a picture on his wall. He went half crazy now and then, but he still loved her through it all, hoping she'd come back again. He kept some letters by his bed, dated 1962. He had underlined in red every single I love you. I went to see him just today. Oh, but I didn't see no tears, all dressed up to go away. First time I'd seen him smile in years, and he stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath on his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. Well, you know, she came to see him one last time. Oh, we all wondered if she would. And you know, the thought kept crossing through my mind. Well, this time, he's over her for good. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door, and soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. Thank you so much. Poor George Jones, I'll tell you what. He got picked up so many times for DUI, lost his license, and then went out on his tractor one day with a can of beer in his hand and was driving down the road on the tractor and got picked up again for DUI driving the tractor. Poor George. But, you know, that's the way it goes, I guess. Here's something from Merle Haggard. My hat don't hang on the same nail too long. My ears can't stand to hear the same old song. But I don't need the highway long enough to bog down in the mud. 'Cause I've got a rambling fever in my blood. I caught this rambling fever long ago, when I first heard a lonesome whistle blow. If someone said I ever gave it down, they sure done told you wrong. 'Cause I've had a rambling fever all along. Rambling fever, the kind that can't be measured by degree. Rambling fever, there ain't no kind of cure for my disease. Well, there's times I'd like to bed down on the sofa and let some pretty lady rub my back, and spend the early morning drinking coffee and talking about when I'll be coming back. 'Cause I don't let no woman tie me down, and I'll never get too old to get around. I wanna die along the highway line of fame, like some old highline pole, and rest this rambling fever in my soul. Rambling fever, the kind that can't be measured by degree. Rambling fever, there ain't no kind of cure for my disease, no. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, you guys are great. You guys are really great. I appreciate you so much. I really do. I'm just having such a good time. Are you guys having fun today? All right. That's the key. That's my job. I want to do that. So anyway, I was saying before, and this is where the shameless self-promotion comes in. I was saying about my wife, she's my merchandise manager. She sells my CDs and things like that. I do have CDs for sale up here. I have 2 of them, actually. Last year I released a gospel CD. It's all Southern gospel. There's songs on there that you may know, that you probably grew up singing in church. And there's some songs on there I'm sure you probably don't know that you've never heard before. But it's I was really proud of it. Really thought it was a good album. It came out really well and everything. And then this spring I released a classic country CD, which is a double CD. There's 22 songs on there. A lot of songs that I've done already today, and some, of course, they're not on there. I'm probably going to do another one this year over the winter. That's what I do during the winter when I don't have too many shows. I record CDs and things. So, but if you're interested in them, they're $10 a piece. You can check with me after the show is done, and I'd be happy to hook you up with one or two or more than that even. They're great gifts, and that way I have gas money to get home. That's the important thing. If you believe that, I have a bridge to sell you. Oh my! I'm gonna do one of the songs that's on the gospel album. If you okay with gospel? We like gospel, right? Well, I was gonna play it anyway, so. No, I'm a believer. I know there's something much more than what we have here on this earth. There's no question about that. And God has been good to me. He's given me so many opportunities. And like I said, to be able to play for nice people like you, it just fills my heart with joy. It really does. And that's why the gospel album was actually the first album that I recorded. And I wanted to record that one first because I owed that to God. I really did. That's how I feel. So this song is called What Children Believe. Excuse me. And it's about looking at life the way children look at life. Very, very black and white, cut and dried. There's no gray areas. It's right or wrong, and that's what the song is about. And probably if we looked at life a little more like kids did, we'd probably all be better off. But as we get older, sometimes we get a little cynical, but kids don't. Kids are just, it's just the way things are. So, like I said, it's called What Children Believe, and it's a beautiful song. I really hope you like it. Saturday morning at a treehouse meeting in our backyard over Kool-Aid and crackers. You could hear through the laughter just how smart they are. With crayons they wrote down the things they believe. Oh, the wisdom in first grade philosophy. Love lasts forever. Mom and Daddy stay together. The cheaters never win, and a promise is something you keep. It's bad to lie, but it's okay to cry. Dreams never die, and faith is all you need. Ain't it crazy what children believe? Isn't that the truth? Sometimes I wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. When my world was so small, back before all of this trouble we're in. And right and wrong mattered, and truth was in style, and hope could be seen through the eyes of a child. Love lasts forever. Mom and Daddy stay together, and cheaters never win, and a promise is something you keep. It's bad to lie, but it's okay to cry. And dreams never die, faith is all you need. Ain't it crazy what children believe? A world without hate, where people still care, What a wonderful place this would be if we lived where love lasts forever. Mom and Daddy stay together. Cheaters never win. Hannah promises something you keep brings back to life. But it's okay to cry. The dreams never die. Faith is all you need. Ain't it crazy what children believe? It's amazing what children believe. Thank you so much. Thank you. Isn't that the truth? I'll tell you what, it really is. I wish I could look at things like kids look. I try, but it doesn't always work. But it's one of those songs. Now, let's see. That was where it was. This is a song that was done by Billy Dean. Strapped on my holster low across my hips, 2 Colt 45s with white plastic grips. And I'd head west through our neighborhood, and they'd say, here comes young Billy and he's up to no good, yeah. I rode a trail through my neighbor's backyard, shooting the bad guys through my handlebars. Known for my bravery both far and near, being late for supper was my only fear. I miss Benny the Kid, the time that he had, the life that he lived. I guess he must have got caught, his innocence lost. I wonder where he is. I miss Billy the Kid. These days I don't know whose side to be on. There's such a thin line between right and wrong. I'll live and learn, do the best I can. There's only so much you can do as a man. I miss Benny the Kid, the time that he had, the life that he lived. I guess he must have got caught, his innocence lost. Lord, I wonder where he is. I miss Billy the Kid. I miss Billy the Kid, the time that he had, the life that he lived. I guess he must have got caught, his innocence lost. Lord, I wonder where he is. I miss Billy the Kid. Thank you so much. Well, when I was a kid, that's what I used to do. I used to ride around on my bike with my 6-shooters and play cowboys and Cops and robbers and all that kind of good stuff. And people don't do that anymore. I don't know. Kids don't do that. Kids don't ride their bikes anymore. It's so weird to see. When you see a kid riding a bike, it's like, wow, look at that. He's riding a bike. I can't believe he's not playing a video game someplace. Yeah, different times we live in. Different times. Trying to find the song here. It's here. This is a song that was done by Tracy Byrd. Anybody ever heard of Tracy Byrd? Country singer, real good, great voice. It's called Keeper of the Stars. This is another dance song if you guys want to dance. It was no accident, me finding you. Someone had a hand in it long before we ever knew. Now I just can't believe you're in my life. Heaven smiling down on me as I look into your eyes. I tip my hat to the keeper of the stars. He sure knew what he was doing when he joined these two hearts. And I hold everything when I hold you in my arms. I've got all I'll ever need, thanks to the keeper of the stars. Some moonlight on your face, oh how you shine. It takes my breath away just to look into your eyes. And I know I don't deserve a treasure like you. There really are no words to show my gratitude. So I tip my hat to the keeper of the stars. He sure knew what he was doing when he joined these two hearts. And I hold everything when I hold you in my arms. I've got all I'll ever need, thanks to the keeper of the stars. It was no accident, me finding you. Someone had a hand in it long before we ever knew. Isn't that a pretty song? Thank you so much. Thank you. I do appreciate it so much. I really do. I really hope you guys are having a good time today. That's what makes me happy. Yeah, where'd that other song go? Okay, there it is. Well, if you ask me where I come from, here's what I tell everyone. I was born by God's due grace in an extraordinary place where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. It's a big old land with countless dreams and happiness ain't out of reach. Hard work pays off the way it should. Yeah, seen enough to know we got it good. Where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. There's a lady that stands in a harbor for what we believe. And there's a bell that still echoes the price that it costs to be free. I pledge allegiance to this flag, and if that bothers you, well, that's too bad. But if you got pride and you're proud you do, hey, we could use some more like me and you. Where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. Yes, there's a lady that stands in a harbor for what we believe. And there's a bell that still echoes the price that it costs to be free. No, it ain't the only place on earth, but it's the only place that I prefer. To love my wife and raise my kids, hey, the same way that my daddy did. Where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. Where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. That's one of my favorite songs because I love this country. I absolutely love this country. And like I said before, without God in this country, I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I've had all these years and everything. Now, I don't know if I'm on a timeline. I know it's 10 to 3. Am I on a timeline? Is this an hour show? I think that's what they said. You don't care if we stay until around midnight tonight, right? Because I'll play all night for you. I don't care. I really don't. But are we on a timeline? Are we on a timeline or? Okay. That's perfectly fine with me. I'm a retired state fire marshal. That's what I actually did for a living in New Jersey, actually. I ran the arson and the canine units in New Jersey for many, many years. And I retired 10 years ago when I was 55, because that's when we had to retire. They kind of forced us out at 55. But one of the things that I learned, I taught at the State Police Academy for many years. I taught arson and I taught different subjects at the State Police Academy. And one of the things that I learned from the recruits especially was that the brain can only absorb what the butt can stand. So if your butts are getting tired, you let me know, because I would play all night. You can't get rid of me. It's hard to get rid of me. Oh my goodness, but yeah. Now I want to do another gospel song, if that's okay. This is a song that I get requested a lot to do, and it's an absolutely beautiful song. It's called "Heaven Just Got Sweeter for You." Anybody ever heard of that song before? No? Okay, this will be the first time. But I hope you enjoy it. Oh, why is this thing out of tune? That's better. But anyway, the song talks about, for those who believe that after we pass, that our loved ones are waiting for us, and that when we pass, they're going to come running to us. So that's what the song is all about. It's a beautiful song, and again, I hope you enjoy it. Today was the day his fight's finally over. It's hard to let go of the hand you've been holding, the same one that picked you right up every time you fell down. Remember, he said, I know where I'm going. And because of his faith, there's comfort in knowing that through all the heartaches and tears you're crying right now, heaven just got sweeter for you. The one you love Jesus too. No more suffering or pain. Now he's in that place where all things are new. Even though you're hurting like this, he knows you know where he is. And someday he'll come running when you get there too. Heaven just got sweeter for you. It's natural to grieve, to feel your heart breaking, but for those who believe that loved ones are waiting, hold on to God's promise that death is never the end. So when you say goodbye to that old cemetery, for the saint that you've lost, the grave is only temporary. He is already home, and he's longing to see you again. Heaven just got sweeter for you. The one you love Jesus too. No more suffering or pain. Now he's in that place where all things are new. Even though you're hurting like this, he knows you know where he is. And someday he'll come running when you get there too. Heaven just got sweeter for you. And someday he'll come running when you get there too. Heaven just got sweeter for you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, that's what I believe anyway. I do believe that that's what's gonna happen when we get there. That people are gonna be coming running to us and saying, "How you been? It's been a long time." But yeah. Now this song is actually the title track off of my gospel album, and I have to sing it because it's just a beautiful song and it means a lot to me, and I hope it does to you too. The door is open, come on in as you are. All you need to bring is what remains of your heart. I see the years of fear and pain on your face, but take a step, enter in. You are safe in this place. You're never too broken to belong. You're never too wounded, never too far gone. And here you find Jesus and find your home. You're never too broken to belong. Come find the perfect love that no one deserves. A peace so sweet it can't be put into words. And grace that's greater than the darkest of sin. Taste and see, take his hand, let the healing begin. You're never too broken to belong. You're never too wounded, never too far gone. And here you find Jesus and find your home. You're never too broken to belong. We too were wounded and defeated, so we know how you feel. But by the wounds of our Redeemer, we believe we were healed. You're never too broken to belong. You're never too wounded, never too far gone. And here you find Jesus and find your home. You're never too broken to belong. You're never too broken to belong. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Now, we gotta pick it up a little bit here. Just a little bit. All right, I said I was going to do another Garth Brooks song, so we got to do this one. And I'll tell you what, the way the heat was, I could have used a pina colada. I was feeling the blues, I was watching the news when this fella came on TV. Said, I'm telling you that science is proof that heartaches are healed by the sea. Well, I got me going without even knowing. I packed right up and drove down. Now I'm on a roll and I swear to my soul, tonight I'm gonna paint this town. So bring me 2 pina coladas. I gotta have one for each hand. Let's set sail with Captain Morgan. Oh, it never leave dry land. In troubles I forgot 'em, I buried 'em in the sand. So bring me 2 pina coladas. She said goodbye to her good timing man. Goodbye. Well, I've gotta say that the wind and the waves and the moon winking down on me eases my mind by leaving behind the heartaches that love often brings. Now I've got a smile that goes on for miles with no inclination to roam. Now I've got to say that I think I gotta stay, 'cause I'm feeling more and more like home. So bring me 2 pina coladas. I've gotta have one for each hand. Let's set sail with Captain Morgan. Oh, it never leaves dry land. Ain't troubles I forgot 'em, I buried 'em in the sand. So bring me 2 pina coladas. She said goodbye to her good timing man. So bring me 2 pina coladas. I want 2, one for each hand. Let's all set sail with Captain Morgan. Oh, it never leaves dry land. Now troubles I forgot, troubles I forgot. I buried them in the sand, buried them in the sand. So bring me 2 pina coladas and say hello to her good timing man. So bring me 2 pina coladas. I gotta have one for each hand. Let's set sail with Captain Morgan. Oh, it never leaves dry land. In troubles I forgot 'em, I buried 'em in the sand. So bring me 2 pina coladas and say hello to her good timing man. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. That's a fun song. I like doing that song. That's one of the good ones. Oh, let's see. Well, I was, like I said, retired state fire marshal, but I was also a volunteer firefighter for 40 years. And unfortunately, because of the job and being a volunteer firefighter, I wound up with COPD. Everybody okay? Just a little collision. That's all. This is a no-fault state, so you don't have to worry about it. But anyway, I was a volunteer firefighter for 40 years, and unfortunately, I never smoked a day in my life, not one day. My mom was a smoker. She was a 50-year smoker, and unfortunately, it took her way too young. But that's one reason why I never smoked. But I wound up, because of working at fire scenes and being exposed to smoke, even though I wore my mask most of the time, okay, it just, I got COPD, so unfortunately. But I want to do this song for you. It's called The Fireman, and it's for anybody. Was anybody in the emergency services? Firefighters, EMS, anybody? Somebody? Oh, okay. Well, thank you for your service. We appreciate it, definitely. Well, that's like I said, this song is called The Fireman. Well, they call me the fireman, that's my name. Making my rounds all over town, putting out old flame. Well, everybody like to have a one-eye yacht. I can cool them down when they're smoldering hot. I'm the fireman, that's my name. Last night they had a bad one a mile or two down the road. Well, my buddy walked out and left this woman burning out of control. I was down there in about an hour or so with a little mountain mouse, she was ready to go. I'm the fireman, that's my name. Well, they call me the fireman, that's my name. Making my rounds all over town, putting out old flame. Well, everybody like to have a one-eye yacht. I can cool them down when they're smoldering hot. I'm the fireman, that's my name. Burn them up. I got a fire engine red, T-bird automobile. In a minute or less I can be dressed fit to kill. I work 24 on and 24 off. When they get too hot they just give me a call. I'm the fireman, that's my name. Well, they call me the fireman, that's my name. Making my rounds all over town, putting out old flame. Well, everybody like to have what I got. I can cool them down when they're smoldering hot. I'm the fireman, that's my name. They call me the fireman, that's my name. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. It has been an absolute pleasure to be here today, and I really do hope you had a good time today. Did you have a good time? All right, that's the important thing. That's what I want to know. Thank you so much for having me here. This is a beautiful facility, by the way. It's really, really nice. I've never been here before, and it's absolutely beautiful. So you guys got it good, I'll tell you what. But anyway, like I said before, this country and God have given me the opportunities. I always finish every show with this one song. And I want to just acknowledge, do we have any veterans out here today? Anybody? Veterans. All the veterans, thank you so much for your service. We could never, ever repay your service. Never. And for those who didn't make it back, we obviously could never repay their service or their families' sacrifice. So I always finish off every show with this one song. And again, thank you so much for being here today. Thanks for coming. If you're interested in one of the CDs before you leave, come on up and see me. I'd love to hook you up with one. But this song is for all our veterans, and it's called God Bless the USA. If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life. I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from the sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Well, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming out tonight. We appreciate it so much. God bless you all. We'll see you soon.
On behalf of all the residents and everyone who attended, the staff, I'd like to give Chris a hand and say that I could listen to you every day. You could come here again once a week, once a month. I could listen to you all the time. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Oh, okay. This is the gospel,
Okay.
and this is the country.
I'm going to take the country, I think.
Okay.
Mom, should we get the country or gospel? Or Timmy? Yeah. That's not. We'll get the, Mom, your money?